GBHTV is brought to you by Grand Blanc CTE.
L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore can love. Is all that I can give to you. Love is more.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty
and justice for all.
So Imani, I was wondering this all day, but who's on your sweatshirt?
This is Tupac. You don't know who Tupac is? Well, let me tell you a story.
Listen to the fear that's gone.
Tupac Shakur was born June 16, 1971 to his mother Afeni Shakur in New York City.
Fun fact, Tupac's mom was in jail pregnant with Tupac for trying to conspire a race war.
Because his mom was an activist in the Black Panthers group, he grew up with a lot of radical ideas about politics.
Many of Tupac's songs were inspired by the Black Panther stories that his mom used to tell him as a child.
About how society was set up against black people and African Americans. In October 1993, Tupac shot and wounded 2 white police officers off duty that were drunk.
But the media portrayed it as police hate, but it was actually a young black man fearing for his life.
On September 13, 1996, Tupac was assassinated in Las Vegas, Nevada. He was killed in a drive-by shooting.
In 2016, in May, Tupac Shakur's mom, Afeni Shakur, died of old age at age 69 right after she wrote her autobiography.
Love. Love is valuing close relationships with others and being close to people. When one person loves another person, that person comforts and makes the other feel safe, sacrifices on the other's behalf, supports the other during struggles, and places the other needs ahead of his or her own.
Love is imperative to an individual's happiness and fulfillment in life. Love allows us to be intimate with another person. It allows us to open up to another person and be vulnerable. That openness gives us the ability to learn and grow.
Hey guys, it's Bree with another episode of What's Up GB. It's everyone's favorite week of the year, Valentine's Day. And we have the Positivity Project, and the character trait for this week is love. So let's get right into it. What does love mean to you?
The feeling of greatness you get from your family and friends.
Love to me is an intense feeling of affection towards somebody else.
I think love is caring about someone and putting them before yourself sometimes.
Love is the affection and the feeling that you give towards someone.
Love is a feeling that you have for someone that you really care about. And you know, I have someone that I love a lot, and his name is Joshua.
Love is when someone does something extra special for you. Shout out to my sister Kate, I love you.
Love to me is the nacho line.
And what about you?
Shakira.
What does love mean to you?
What is love?
What does love mean to you?
Means when somebody cares about you a lot and puts you first. Shout out to you, Bree.
Stop.
I realized what love was when I had my first child, and these are all my children, all 5. That's Larry, the second. This is Randy, Emily, Amanda, and Lauren. 4 daughters.
Sweet. I don't know. I haven't found it.
My good friend Luis.
You know, love is just that special feeling for that special someone. I have Spencer. I have Griffin. There's Julia too.
Well, I've been married 30 years, so I think that's a lot of love. And if somebody stays with me 30 years, they really have to love me. So love is love.
It's a chemical response in the brain. Has something to do with endorphins and things like that. I don't know. My wife teaches psychology. She knows more about that than I do.
Love means unconditionally caring about somebody. Like my kids.
Love means waking up next to this every single morning for the rest of your life.
Love to me is the connection that me and Mr. Rogers have.
Love means family to me. Shout out to my sister Emily.
Love to me means unconditional loyalty, respect, and passion for what you do.
Sean, what does love mean to you?
Caring for somebody, looking out for them.
Buy Great Harvest cinnamon rolls on Thursday so that you can make them for your wife Friday morning for Valentine's Day. That is love.
That's love, folks.
Love is putting someone else's needs before yours and accepting them for who they are and loving them.
What does love mean to me? That's tough. Just constantly always wanting to be, with somebody.
And do you want to give a special shout out to someone you love?
I love my dog a lot. My dog's name's Hans. I love him a lot.
What about your wife?
I like her too.
Who's your Valentine?
My boyfriend, Dane.
And do you want to give someone a shout out, someone you love?
Yes, I love you, Max Bosser.
Mr. Green. I love Mr. Green.
Okay. Do you have a special shout out to someone you love?
My mom, dad, family, and my girlfriend.
I love my dear friend Joshua Rexsteiner. The other twin too, Jack, sometimes.
I love you, Mom.
Yeah, the one family group chat.
And me. She loves me too.
I love City Santana, Beth Ann Sampson, Elizabeth Pond, and Amber Wolcott.
Of course. I love Celine. You can throw David in there.
Want to give a shout out to someone you love?
Yeah, my mom, my dad, football, Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, and of course Celine, my best friend of all time.
Princess, what does love mean to you?
What does love mean to you, Blake? What does love mean to you?
Love is everything. Love is happiness. Love can sometimes not be happiness. We all want love in the world. Love is a great thing. Love is an awesome thing in the world. I love my dog, my family, my friends, just everyone. Just spread love to everyone.
Yeah, that's good advice.
If you have taken Broadcasting 1 and are interested in continuing the broadcasting class, come to room 718B or either main office to pick up an application for advanced broadcasting.
So the reason I decided to take broadcasting because I've always been interested in filmmaking ever since a young age. I started making Lego stop motion films, but this class has definitely improved my films.
I've always wanted to join broadcasting, honestly. Ever since I heard about the advanced broadcasting course in 6th grade, I was like, whoa, this sounds festive.
It's a creative class and I like being creative, so it helps me express my creative side, which I feel like a lot of
core classes don't really do.
At GBHTV, I look for kids that are creative, number one. I look for kids that are out-of-the-box thinkers. They have empathy for others. They can make friends easily. They can interview people freely without having any bias in any way. And I also look for kids who want to work hard, kids that love to work, kids that love to be in this industry and they want to work on videos and make videos.
Broadcasting 1 is more about exploring like your creativity and finding what makes you interested in broadcasting. Broadcasting 2 is definitely more about representing the school and using all of this technology to show off Grand Blanc in the best way possible.
It's really awesome that I'm a part of a family like this and I can make videos and that show to many people like around the school and around the community can watch it on YouTube, which is I think a big deal for all the kids in the class to show our skills and to see what we can do.
My role in the class, I'd say, would be the bumps, trying to make videos like look fun or like be fun with music. I use music a lot to make my cool videos and I really I'm inspired by music.
My role in the class, I have a show called What's Up GB that I do with my friend Bree. We go around and ask kids questions. We have a different topic every week. It's really fun. I get to interact with a lot of different kids through the whole school, and I get to meet a lot of new people, which I like.
What do we do here at GBHTV? That's a great question. We used to do the announcements, and we got out of the announcements business this year.
And it changed hugely the aspect and kind of just like the overall work ethic of this class. Because last year, when it was a daily show, everything was like very rushed and you couldn't make like a good video because you just had to do, like club this time, and it was just like really basic. While this year, with only having one show a week, we have actual time to make good work that we enjoy and that we're proud of.
We're trying to partnership with communities and stuff like that. They're also learning these other things that are going to take them to the next level in this industry. The industry has changed completely, and so I've tried to change my program so that it's not broadcast based, but it's more internet based, and what's happening on the internet with Snapchat and YouTube and the podcasting, that's the direction we're heading. We've gotten completely away from doing broadcast news, which has been a good thing for us because really the kids don't relate to that anymore, and it's really changed. So I'm trying to change the program with that.
I recommend taking this class because it's not all about the cameras and the editing and the cool music. It's honestly all about family, and I really do think that the bonds in here that I made will last forever, and I'm really thankful for that.
Take this class. This class is awesome. You really don't want to sleep on it. There's a lot of money into this program, and there's a lot of good things that can come out of this program, so don't sleep on it.
Applications are due February 28th to Mr. Nicholson.
I'm Detective Ryan Rouse, City of Grand Blanc Police Department, School Resource Officer at Grand Blanc High School.
Human trafficking is the action or practice of illegally transporting people from one country or area to another, typically for the purpose of forced labor or sexual exploitation. The average age for female victims is 12 to 14 years old, and for males it's 11 to 13 years old.
Grand Blanc itself doesn't have a large number of cases. I can't give you a specific number, but Genesee County, there are a large number of cases active going on.
Sex trafficking is occurring right here in Genesee County as part of what is called the suburb strategy. The youngest case of trafficking here in Genesee County was only 4 months old.
The predators are actually hard to distinctively point out certain things that they're looking for. One of the main things you're looking for is some of the attire and things like that, and older gentlemen, I guess, following some of these people around is one thing, but it's not just older gentlemen because they'll recruit people your age to then get brought into the mix.
Michigan has the second highest rate of human trafficking in the country.
If you happen to come across a predator that you think is a predator or you know is a predator, I would recommend that you just call 911 and have the police come out and address it. Don't put yourself in harm's way by trying to address it yourself, because a lot of times you'll try and unaddress it and it will cause them to either run or go home and get rid of things or people, and then you're actually putting yourself in harm's way and ruining a case that might actually be going on that you don't know about.
In 2018, sex trafficking generated $32 billion in profit in just the U.S., $150 billion worldwide.
Just be aware of your surroundings. Notice if people are following you or unknown people are asking you questions about what you do on a daily basis and where you go. So just be aware of your surroundings and what you're doing to make sure you keep yourself safe.
On February 26th, the Howard Pepper Auditorium will be showing The Ring of Silence at 6 p.m. This movie showcases human trafficking, the endangerment of others, and how it can happen to people in real life. Being made and based in Michigan, it also shows how common it truly is and how it can happen here. There will be a panel afterwards featuring the director, Nicole Bowers-Wallace. Come see this powerful presentation and remember that registration is required to attend. To register, call 810-591-6026 or go to eventbrite.com.
I'm Aaliyah Gould and I'm the sports editor.
I'm Alec, I'm the entertainment editor.
I'm Chloe and I'm editor-in-chief, one of 3. This is actually my first year.
This is my second year.
This is my first year.
So as a whole, we normally, as a group, as a class, we go around and we look for things that we think are worthy enough for the student population to read and get to know about. And then me personally, what I do is I'm a design lead, and so I design the actual newspaper and what it looks like, how many pictures each story has, and I also write stories myself.
When you figure out what you want to write about and you do your best to get leads and stuff like that, and interviews, get in touch with people. That's what I've been doing, but I also edit them on people's pizzas that are doing sports.
It depends on the cycle, or the part in the cycle. First 2 weeks before the copy deadline, you're figuring out your angle, you're trying to organize your piece, and then those next 2 weeks is all revision, and if you're an editor, you're looking at other people's pieces. You have to be very organized, especially if you have interviews and pictures to be done. I'm not normally in that arena because I'm usually in entertainment, which isn't as shoe leather, as Mr. Langford likes to call it.
The amount of work that takes to put out an issue, it's like trying to make sure stuff's together and with the right stuff and make sure people are where they need to be when it's time to hand them out and stuff like that. So it's a lot.
I think it definitely depends on your position, within Banner. For example, there's some people that are just staff writers, meaning if you have a lot on your plate with other classes, this would probably be the best position because you only have to go out and get stuff for your each individual story. Whereas if you want to be in a position such as mine, you have to have a crazy work ethic because you are required to 1, make the spreads, 2, get your own story, 3, get any interviews and pictures. You have to do all of this within the same time that somebody a staff writer would have to do. So you have to do a lot more in the same period of time as other people in the class.
The pros are that you get to know people better, you get to try new experiences. It forces you to get out of your comfort zone, and that's a really good thing, and you might discover something about yourself that you never knew. I discovered that I truly loved writing at a young age, so this was a great opportunity to express my love for writing.
Probably the flexibility. You can really write about anything you want.
And it depends on your role within the class, because for me, I definitely have better leadership skills now than I did when I first joined the class. But I think just as a whole, you definitely have better communication and you're able to figure out different problems. For example, if your angle in your story isn't quite right, you are forced to figure out a different way to manipulate it and make it what it needs to be.
I think my favorite memories, it's definitely people's reactions, and that's kind of fun. It's fun hearing people's reactions.
Honestly, I think my favorite memory was going to the MIPA. It was really good bonding for just the group as a whole, and it was just really it made us more of a team. I think the best part of being in Banner is that it's quite literally a family. We are all so comfortable with each other and we can just laugh and joke around while still doing our work, and it's not really a class. It's more of just a group of people that are just doing something for the better of our school.
My personal favorite thing about being in Banner is that all the people that's within, because over the years I've become like a part of the Buckhead Banner family. I honestly don't have a best memory because they've all been so great, and like every single time with the Banner I feel like this is my second home, like it's a family. In my opinion, it's because you get pushed out of your comfort zone and you get to know people more. And if you enjoy writing, this would be a great opportunity for you to express that love and joy. And just like, it helps connect with people.
Definitely communication skills. I think that's pretty lacking in this generation. And with interviews and even just communicating with the people around you, you can't just be silent in this class.
I think that other students should apply because it's actually really fun. It's not like a class, like we don't have tests, we don't have a standard curriculum. It's more of trying to create a workplace out of the classroom, and so I think it's just really fun and it teaches you a lot of skills, and you get to actually speak like your opinions and such and ask like other students for opinions and stuff like that, and so you like your voice is heard through the Banner, and yeah, I just think it's a good class.